The battlefield skies once again belong to Ukraine, as drone operators from the elite Dovbush's Hornets unit locked onto their targets with deadly composure. The footage shows the crucial moment when two enemy vehicles, newly arrived in the operational area, were immediately detected, still loaded with personnel, yet to deploy, yet to catch their breath. Without warning, a precision strike was unleashed, the explosion striking the first vehicle, bringing it to a halt in flames and metal shrapnel. Seconds later, the second vehicle suffered the same fate, torn apart before it could maneuver or disembark troops. The enemy's maneuvering efforts were shattered, and the logistics lines turned into moving graves. But the destruction of the vehicles was only the beginning. The remaining enemy personnel were seen scattering in panic. They ran, seeking cover behind the terrain, damaged buildings, and sparse vegetation. Any hope of hiding was quickly dashed. The Dovbush's Hornets FPV drones didn't stop. The cameras followed every movement, every attempt to escape. One by one, the enemy infantry were pursued with cold persistence, every attempt at cover clearly visible from the air. There was no safe corner, no distance far enough. Follow-up attacks were methodical, ensuring no threat remained in the area. That same day, a high-yield precision strike once again demonstrated the effectiveness of Ukraine's HIMARS long-range rocket artillery system. Video footage circulated shows a large group of Russian infantry gathered along a strategic highway near Pokrovsk being struck with deadly accuracy by a barrage of guided rockets. The attack occurred on a stretch of road between Novopavlivka and Chinushin, approximately 7 kilometers from the active line of contact, a zone Russian forces have long used for movement, personnel consolidation, and light vehicle deployment. The footage shows the enemy's confidence in massing far from the front line turned out to be a fatal mistake. Within seconds of the HIMARS rocket hitting its target, a massive explosion rocked the area. A fireball and shockwave swept across the highway, destroying several parked or moving Russian light vehicles. The infantry, previously closely packed, scattered, but with little time or cover to escape the destruction coming from the sky. Footage from the aftermath of the attack shows the devastating aftermath: burning vehicles, debris strewn across the road, and the remains of a completely destroyed infantry formation. This operation reaffirmed the unique capabilities of Ukraine's Dovbush's Hornets and HIMARS rocket launchers in detecting, locking onto, and striking enemy troop concentrations far behind the front line with high precision. Vehicles were destroyed to disrupt mobility, and infantry was neutralized to secure the sector. This HIMARS strike near Pokrovsk was not simply a tactical attack, but a powerful message that any attempt to consolidate Russian forces, even kilometers from the line of contact, is never truly secure. The footage ends with a desolate landscape, vehicles charred, enemy movement completely halted, with no survivors. Overall, the highway, once a logistics and movement route, has become a deadly trap, demonstrating the dominance of the Ukrainian armed forces' intelligence and precision firepower on the modern battlefield. Intense combat footage has emerged from the Zaporizhzhia direction, showing the battlefield work of the first-line unit, which operates as part of the Timur Special Unit under Ukraine's defense intelligence. The video offers a rare look at close-range combat operations conducted by Ukrainian forces in one of the most contested sectors of the front. The footage documents the systematic destruction of Russian positions and shelters using FPV strike drones and bomber-type UAVs. Precision drone strikes are shown targeting firing points, dugouts, and concealed positions, underscoring how unmanned systems have become a primary tool for suppressing and dismantling enemy defenses before direct contact. Alongside drone operations, the video captures moments of intense small arms combat. These scenes highlight the continued relevance of infantry engagements even in a battlefield increasingly dominated by drones, where close coordination between UAV operators and assault elements remains critical for success. Particular attention is drawn to episodes involving the capture of Russian soldiers. These moments suggest that drone pressure and accurate fire can not only neutralize positions, but also force surviving defenders to surrender, reducing the need for prolonged firefights and limiting risks to Ukrainian personnel. As Defense Express previously reported, an explosion struck Russian military facility in the city of Koronovsk, Krasnodar Krai on the morning of December 26, 2025, highlighting growing security vulnerabilities deep inside Russia's rear areas. The blast occurred at approximately 7:40 near the entrance to the deployment site of the 47th Missile Brigade of the Armed Forces of Russia. At this moment, Finnish Patria 6x6 armored personnel carriers, manufactured and transferred to Ukraine by Latvia, have been equipped with additional anti-drone protection by soldiers of the 3rd Assault Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. This has become a necessity due to the constant use of unmanned aerial vehicles. The new modification was seen in photos taken during a training exercise by the 2nd Assault Battalion, published by the unit's press service. Most likely, this is where the Lithuanian-made armored vehicles were delivered, with the full shipment completed in just 10 months after the initial commitment. The basic Patria 6x6 without additional armor has Stanag Level 2 protection. This means it offers protection against 7.62mm rounds and can withstand mine blasts or explosive devices weighing up to 6 kilograms. Most likely, this is the configuration that was transferred to Ukraine. While this may have been sufficient in the past, the widespread adoption of drones has created new problems. This is critical for armored personnel carriers, as their primary role is to transport personnel. So, Patria 6x6 vehicles were fitted with anti-drone netting mounted on a special frame. In contrast to mesh screens, these nets improve the chances that an attacking UAV will be deflected or fail to detonate, thereby protecting the target. To enhance protection from above, a specialized superstructure was fitted to support the anti-drone nets. The net can be slid aside to allow access to the troop or driver's compartment. In terms of firepower, no dedicated machine gun or cannon modules are installed, although several options had been considered earlier. The vehicle likely retains a basic turret with gunner's station, typically armed with a machine gun. Overall, the Patria 6x6 has been well adapted to the realities of the Russian-Ukrainian war, which should increase the vehicle's survivability. This could serve as a template for similar modifications in future deliveries of armored personnel carriers that Germany has already